Wake up, you useless girl. Finish all the chores before I lose my temper. The sharp voice echoed through the cold, silent house. Emily jolted awake, her body aching from exhaustion. She quickly sat up, her voice trembling. I'm sorry, Aunt Sarah. But apologies were never enough. Emily had lost her parents when she was very young. After the accident, she was taken in by her aunt, Sarah, the only family she had left. But instead of love, she found herself trapped in a life of cruelty. From the moment she arrived, Emily was treated like a servant. Every morning before sunrise, she had to clean, cook, fetch water, and do endless chores. Meanwhile, her cousin Chloe lived like a princess. My daughter doesn't need to stress herself, Aunt Sarah would say proudly. She deserves the best life. Those words cut deeply into Emily's fragile heart. There were days Emily went without food. She would watch Chloe eat delicious meals while her own stomach twisted in hunger. Once, she gathered the courage to ask for food, but the response came in the form of a harsh slap. Do you think this is your house? Get out of my sight! At night, Emily would curl up in a corner, hugging the only thing she had left from her mother, a worn-out scarf. Mom, Dad, if you were here, I wouldn't be suffering like this. Her tears soaked the fabric as she whispered into the darkness. At school, Emily was quiet but hardworking. Though she often arrived tired and hungry, she never gave up. And there was one person who made school bearable, her best friend, Lily. Lily always brought 2 lunches. You need to eat, Emily, she would say gently, handing her food. You look so weak. Emily would smile through tears. To her, Lily wasn't just a friend, she was hope. One afternoon, after being beaten for daring to go to school, Emily sat alone outside the house, her eyes empty. I can't live like this anymore. That evening, she turned to Lily. I'm thinking of leaving. I can't take it anymore. Lily froze. But how will you survive? Emily looked down, then whispered, I'll find a way. I'm not afraid of hardship. I'm afraid of staying here forever. That night, Emily made her decision. She packed a small bag, just a few clothes and the little money she had secretly saved. Before leaving, she took one last look at the house that had only brought her pain. I'm sorry, but I have to go. She walked back to her parents' old house, now abandoned and covered in dust. It was broken, silent, and empty. But to Emily, it felt like home. That first night, she lay on the cold floor, her stomach aching with hunger. Yet for the first time in years, there were no insults, no beatings. A faint smile touched her lips. At least, I'm free. The next morning, reality set in. Emily needed to survive. Suddenly, she remembered something. Her mother teaching her how to cook when she was little. An idea sparked. I can make food and sell it. With the little money she had, Emily went to the market and bought basic ingredients. She started making small homemade snacks. On her first day selling, her hands trembled. Fresh snacks, please try. At first, no one noticed, but then someone bought one, then another. By evening, everything was sold out. Emily stared at the coins in her hand, tears streaming down her face. I did it. From that day on, Emily worked tirelessly. She saved every penny, ate as little as possible, and kept pushing forward. But she didn't give up on school. She used her earnings to pay for her education. By day, she studied. By evening, she sold food. By night, she studied again. Life was hard, but something inside her burned brighter each day. A dream. I want to go far away, somewhere I can start over. Emily had heard about opportunities abroad. To her, it felt like another world, a place where her past couldn't reach her. I'll get there, on my own. Years passed. Emily grew stronger, wiser, her small food stall became popular. People began to recognize her, the girl who always smiled no matter what. No one knew the pain behind that smile. One day, Emily held her savings in her hands. Her fingers trembled. I finally made it. She had enough to chase her dream. 2 days before leaving, Emily stood in front of her old house. The wind carried whispers of memories. Mom, Dad, I did my best. Her eyes filled with tears. I promise I'll make you proud. On the day of her journey, Emily carried only a small suitcase. But in her heart, she carried years of pain, strength, and hope. On the plane, she looked out the window. The vast blue sky stretched endlessly before her. She smiled. My life is finally beginning. But Emily didn't know. Her real challenges had only just begun.